Hey, Sebastian, do you want to go diving?
No,
Okay. Do you want to go filming?
sorry. No.
Do you want to review a film? Okay, then. Let's do this. Hey there, guys, and welcome back to yet another episode of reviewing your underwater films. Again, how else could it be with my buddy Sebastian here in the studio? Hello, Sebastian.
Hello.
How have you been?
Good. Thanks.
Okay, and
Ready for another Thursday review.
ready for another Thursday. And I see that you brought some toys with you today.
Yes, I just thought we just like choose it up a little bit, and
So, what are these meant for?
I
Are
don't know,
we
we figure out during we going.
are we gonna use them throughout the video?
We'll see.
No.
Well, there's one opinion.
What is yours? I'm loving it. Okay, cool. So, what are we watching today?
We are going to watch a film made by Jeremy Impey from the States today. And yeah, actually, he didn't mention anything about the camera or the location, so I think we just dive right into it and have a look.
Okay, and let's see what Jeremy has prepared for us. Oh, nice. There's some thought being put into that intro. All right. Excellent. Thank you so much, Jeremy, for submitting this video to the series here. Sebastian, you've been writing a lot, I saw, while you
Yeah,
were watching. Care to share your thoughts?
sure. Actually, I found it interesting to watch. It was a nice intro.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was like a story going on, telling us, okay, what we expect, can we expect to see, getting us ready to go in the water. Um, and then as well, we mentioned, I think in the last couple of videos, we saw about Rex. We said, oh, we'd like to have more wide angle to see a little bit more about the
Yep.
rag, and we saw that there. So yeah, it was interesting to watch. I got some points which I think there is some kind of improvement possible. But yeah, just tell us what you think, and then I hop
You hop on
onto.
onto the train or whatever. Okay. Well, yeah, I agree with what you said about the intro. Yes. Yes, I do agree to Sebastian saying that the intro was nice. I enjoyed that little animation that you integrated at the beginning there, giving us a bit of, well, it wasn't really background information about the wreck, but it was at least, a couple of photos and stuff about the wreck. It went all a bit too quick for me personally at the beginning. I just didn't manage to read up on what you were looking up on the internet or in the Facebook groups or whatever that was. Uh, yeah, it made sense that you were looking up something like the location or whatever it was from the wreck, but I couldn't really tell what it exactly it was. It was too quick for me. I would need to go back and watch it probably another time or twice to be able to really understand it. But the idea was nice. Also in sort of the terms of talking about storytelling, giving us a bit of an intro into the entire dive that was ahead of us, or the video that was ahead of us. Um, the execution of the filming and of the dive itself, or of the filming on the dive, had a few things that I think we need to address and that can be improved quite easily in future videos, Jeremy. Um, one of them, one of the main things that I did not really like about watching this film was that it was in most cases too hectic and too shaky for me. And I'm not entirely sure because if I was combining it with the music, it did kind of make sense because the music was also a bit, fast paced and um but for me the imagery was too hectic. Maybe it was done on purpose by you. Then it's just a style of filming that I personally don't like. And I would have enjoyed it much more if it had a few more stable shots where you could really see what you were looking at, because that's what sometimes really got me during this film, that I wasn't really sure what I was looking at, and before I had the chance to realize, we were already somewhere else.
Yeah, I think as well in the last couple of videos we mentioned that the clips of or the pieces or clips of certain videos are way too long, and here was just the opposite. It was way too short to realize what's going on, what's happening, and then there was the next shot coming and the next shot coming.
Don't you understand? I said no.
I don't think that the clips were too short per se. I think that because it's a combination of the clips being rather short and a lot of movement happening in the clips, I found it very difficult to get my orientation and really find the focus point inside the image. I wasn't really sure where to
Mm.
look and to find the main object. And I think that's what made it rather a bit stressful for me to watch it.
Yeah, I think stressful is a good word to describe it. At the beginning, I thought, oh well, okay, we got like a hectic music going on, and we got like the shaky, but the shaky was way too much to go along with the music to create that kind of hectic feeling around the heck around the heck around the wreck. Um, yeah, so yeah, I
Yeah,
do agree. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, Jeremy, I think that sort of as a first tip there, if it wasn't done on purpose, the whole shakiness and stuff, try to work on the stabilization of your imagery. And that can happen by working on your buoyancy, if this is something that you're still struggling a little bit with. If that's not the case, then try to get maybe a handle, a tray with like handles, so that you can place your camera on there and you can keep it more steady that way. Because I think that wasn't the case. You didn't have it on a tray with handles, from what I saw.
Yeah, if I just want to continue on that, I think you said nervous.
Mm-hmm.
The torch
Mm-hmm.
made me nervous.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I think it's a nice idea to use like a spotlight and to light certain parts you want to highlight. But in that case, maybe it's because of like the other movement going on as well with the camera. But like the torch made me really, really like stop it.
Mm-hmm.
Like please
Mm-hmm.
hold it still. It's like it's going everywhere. So I would rather take a floodlight with me and light the scene that way.
Yeah.
If you want to keep on with the shakiness for the kind of music or
Yeah.
for the kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, I've written that down as well. I've written down that with the narrow light beam, and I think that, and you can do this in certain scenarios that you have such a focused light beam and you're really just putting the focus on an object very, very precisely. But then I think it has to be more controlled, and it's also very difficult to control the intensity of the light. And I don't think that you were able to control the intensity of the light on the dive light that you were using here, because oftentimes when you got into like cracks and crevices and you lit up a certain animal, it would just be blown out. Everything else would be dark, but that object would be blown out. And that's something that you either have to account for or adjust by adjusting the output level on the torch. Or if you can, then in post-production bring down the highlights of that very well lit area. But that's not always possible, particularly if you're shooting on action cameras that have less they're less capable of, or have a less strong codec to work with in post-production. That's gonna make it difficult. So I agree.
Yeah, baby.
I agree. We should be working with a floodlight rather than a spotlight here. That would probably have helped as well with that nervousness, that stressfulness, shakiness of the footage. Because having the camera shake one way and then the light another way was just a little too much.
On the other hand, what I liked with the divers with the spotlight, with a torch and a spotlight, I thought these are were really nice shots. It's like you saw the divers coming in and the nice torch beam and a spot. So I liked these shots a lot. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, these shots always work very well on wrecks where you have divers with their own lights pointing somewhere, and you don't have lights yourself at all maybe, but you just use the lights from other divers. That can work very, very well. One other thing that I saw that I wasn't too sure at the beginning what it was, and I'm still not entirely sure what it is, but there was in the bottom right corner of the image, there was at first I thought it was dirt on your lens, but then it came and disappeared. And I think that it was some sort of a reflection of your light, because sometimes it was there, in other frames it wasn't there, in other parts of the image it wasn't there. And I don't think it was something that was made on purpose. And yeah, it's not really much that you can do other than try not to angle your light in a way that reflects back onto the lens as this does. Remember, if you have a light, specifically if we talk about floodlights and you want to light your object, try to have it at a ideally 45-degree angle coming onto the object so that the light is not being reflected back onto the lens.
Yes.
I take that as a mutual agreement from
Yeah, I
your
totally
side.
agree. I totally agree. I'm as well wasn't sure what it is or what it was. I thought maybe it's just a tiny hair or a dust piece on the lens, but yeah, it could be as well just or scratch something. I don't know, but it looked like it doesn't belong there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it looked like it was not meant to be in that spot. Right, so that's pretty much what I've written down. Have you got anything else that you want to share with Jeremy?
I just have one point. At the beginning, I thought the white balance could be different.
Hmm.
I'm not entirely sure if it wasn't possible because of the kind of action cam used and with the light, so you just stick to the auto white
Yeah.
balance, and it didn't work without the light at the beginning. I just note that down. I thought at the beginning it could be a little bit different, just to give them a more natural look.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, if you're using a GoPro or any other action cam, it's quite difficult to use all these different scenarios. A nice
Mm,
white balance.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And normally I think it's wisest to just keep it on auto white balance.
Yeah.
That's probably what it just turned out to be then.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, if you don't have anything else, then Jeremy, thank you so much again for submitting your film, and well done. Good effort on capturing that wreck. Even though we had a few sort of suggestions for improvement, that doesn't mean that we didn't enjoy watching that film. We really did, and we hope that from what we were giving you as a feedback today, you can take some stuff with you, and you can try to implement that into your next attempt of making an underwater film. And obviously, we'll be very happy if you want to submit that to the series again, so we can see that progression of your underwater filmmaking skills. As always, we'll be linking Jeremy's film as well as his YouTube channel down in the video description below. Feel free to go over, say hi, leave him a like, a subscription, and have a look at all the other content that he's got on his channel there.
If you want us to review your video here on a Thursday on the channel, write us an email with a link to your video to contact@matthiaslebo.com, and be so kind and put some background information in it. Cameras used, or like a camera used, most probably, the lights you're using, the location, anything which gives us a little kind of background information.
Yeah.
And yeah, just be aware right now, we are like about 7 months
7-8 month, yeah.
waiting time until we catch up to your video, and you can watch it here on the channel. But there is another possibility for you to avoid the waiting.
Yes, there actually is. We've just introduced a channel membership subscription here on the channel a little while ago. So you can subscribe to the Underwater Filmmaker membership plan, which will give you, or which will make you not have to wait, but will be, or your film will be prioritized, and we'll skip the line and we'll watch it right away and review it and publish it here on the channel. You can find the button which says become a member just below the video. So if you want to go and check that out, feel free to do so. And we appreciate every bit of support that we can get in creating these videos here for you guys. Excellent. Not much more to say then.
Well, give us a like, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and enjoy the rest of the week. Happy bubbles, and see you next Thursday.
See you in a week, guys. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.